Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Your friend and newbie Kyunam Park is here. 자, 이번엔 Ace Combat 7 and not 7, 4. Whoa, what's 7? Anyway, Ace Combat 4 Sky's Unknown 해보도록 하겠습니다. 라고는 말은 뻔디르르하게 하지만 사실 제가 이런 게임을 해본 적이 없어서 솔직히 뭘 해야 될지 모르겠네요, 전혀. 한번 배워보도록 하겠습니다. 여기 연습 같은 거 없어요? 저 아무것도 할 줄 몰라요. 해본 적도 없는데 하드를 해도 될까?
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. could almost touch it. Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
갑자기 왜?
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed!
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base! This is not a drill!
진짜 아무것도 모르. 이게 뭔데? 이렇게 많아.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
나이들 어렵게 해서 그런가? 설명 아무것도 안 해주는데 내가 이걸 어떻게 알아?
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, call sign is Mage 2. Verify and lead back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Do that. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
No, 4 understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your roadman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like
저기 컨트롤 좀
bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I told him. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Mage 2, Box 2. Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. Way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts follow up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Column 3, Box 2.
Locked on bandit.
Final orientation.
Missed.
Base on your 6, watch it. He's mine. He's not getting away.
Box 2.
Targeting gun range. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
Rider 1, missile to me here. I'm aid.
Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely got his feet wet.
Missile connected.
I maneuver behind the enemy.
Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco, Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio. bandits. You're in the clear. Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta find the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater at Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
뭐야, 나 창조 같은 거 안 해도 돼요?
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation's tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party. All in briefing room. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
보여줄 필요 없어요. 나 엄청 못했으니까. X가 총 쏘고 동그라미가.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
진짜 엉망진창이구나.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head to head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process.
Whoa.
Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
우리 들을 게 없었네. 그리고 전략 되게 잘 짰다.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school.
그렇지 않냐? 전쟁 발발하기 전에 날고 있다가 전쟁 나가지고 아니야? 전쟁 난 다음에 날았어 너?
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Huh. Okay. 무조건 나올 수 있어? 어디간도
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
옛날 난 아무도 그걸 안 먹은 것 같은데 잘 모르겠는데 느낌이 비슷하네요. 다만 비즈니스인가? 여기 살고 있는 장면과 그렇게 다를까 느낌이? 아무튼 되게 얼마 전날 것 같은데 이게 내가 벌칙 때문에 생각했어.
Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
이렇게 누르면 똑같은 충격 장면 뭐 나오고 하는 거 되게 구성이 비슷하다. 근데 그래픽은 이게 더 나은 것 같기도 한데 이게 더 옛날 게임인데.
The current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Target destruction confirmed.
Fire the AA! Complete our vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Locked. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Take the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
These two targets being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Radar lock acquired.
Request permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We don't have any answers. We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
측정이 안 돼. 그 색깔 못 바꿔요? 제가 진짜 좀 이런 말씀이 좀 뭐한데 제가 중등도 색깔 이상이라서 인식이 안 돼요.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll call. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online! Push the plan forward too fast. These are too far from Allied territory.
You can't go after every target.
That's a miss.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
Missile.
Bandit attack. Try again.
They flew into the clouds.
Got him in my sights.
H2 locked.
There's an enemy on your tail.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock onto their targets, too.
Missile.
Take out that missile.
Caution. Pull up.
Fox 2. Fox 2. Targeting gun range. Watch out. Enemy has a lock on.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your tail. Watch it. Break it. Ready to evade.
Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap. Huh? Keep your mind focused. Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Missile did not connect.
Clear ground. Command 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. All transports have been destroyed, but carrying it.
5 targets remaining. Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Breaking hostile lock.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Enemy on your tail. Watch it. Enemy first strike to fallen. Watch out for it. There's a flare. Evading. Breaking him up. Bandit flare. Lock on.
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
3 targets remaining.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Caution. Pull up.
H2 has crashed.
Restart mission.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But anti-aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Flee our vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Locked.
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! Go for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Nice up! Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Enemy! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. With Allied territory.
Trigger, there's 1 more to go.
Evade that missile.
Missile inbound, evade!
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
What? They gonna bring their buddies back?
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing. That's a miss.
H2, enemy sighted on your tail. They're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
H2, enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy has entered ground. Intercept.
Delta 1, Box 2.
Target hit.
Box 2.
On target 6.
Let's completely blind those bastards.
Launching UAV.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock onto their targets, too.
Clear ground. Call 3. Head to clear up now.
Number 1, enemy will crash into residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
My stuff. Missile incoming. Break.
H2 locked.
Fire anti-air gun. Now.
Target down. Nicely done.
I might stop. Aircraft is heavy. Fox 2. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Clear the enemy aircraft away from the base. Breaking. God damn it. My stop is
He's mine. He's not getting away.
Missile.
missile. Check.
Missile. Missile. Caution. Pull up.
Enemy airstrike solid. Watch out for him. Bandit has a lock.
Keep your mind focused.
5 targets remaining.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. Ray, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any of the facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
4 targets remaining.
Everything is burned down.
H2. Box 2.
Enemies locked on.
Caution. Pull up.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Golem 2. Fox 2.
On my target's tail.
On target 6.
In gun range.
Missile, get out of the way!
radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones.
Missile.
Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
You say the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Locked.
Missile.
Break mates 2!
Bandits are in the clouds!
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your tail!
Targeting gun range.
Missile. Missile. Stall warning. Stall warning. Missile.
Caution, hostile on the radar lock!
Missile.
Yeah, mates 2 destroy the target. Column 2, the enemy's reading you.
Page 2. Missile away.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Locked. In gun range.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt. The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
Missile did not connect.
Mage 1 launching missile.
Don't ice up in there.
Don't try to read their movements. Target is destroyed. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
That's all I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more. Come on, he's not getting away. They won't show up on the radar.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Missed. Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Page 2. Locked.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
야 미사일 가서 빗나가면
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Enemy aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get our vehicle out of there!
now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
The anti-air vehicle's been destroyed! Go for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Nice stuff.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Okay. Two-pronged strategy.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
BGM이 중요한 건가?
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Too fast. Higher speed.
Mic off. Mic on.
Major Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces.
Refueling initiated. Maintain.
뭐야? 아니 저기 이거 스킵하면은
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Meters. Excellent work, Trigger.
Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we'll get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Locked on, man.
Golem 2 just knocked one down.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
Enemy movement detected. Evading.
Mage 2, walking.
I've lost control!
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly paused.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Throw on reinforcements. I got me.
3 remaining.
Adios, buddy.
Mage 2, box 2.
Eject! I got this. Where we going? They weren't ready for a fight. Once the enemy gets behind me, it's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
I'm on his back.
Launching UAV.
Breaking out of lock.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming. Evade. Break.
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert. We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey. Locked on. Ready, missile.
Bandits are fast as hell.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Mage 1, get your head out of your ass. Stop arguing with the damn drone. Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Column 3, Column 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Column 2, do you copy?
Column 2, it should still be functioning okay.
This damn thing's getting smarter. How many do you think are left?
Skeleton 3 is lost.
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
What the hell?
Caution, all aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking! Mage 2, talk to me, Mage 2!
내가 미사일 한 대 맞을 두 명이구나 지금 상대방이. 미사일 한 대 맞은 시점부터 각오는 했어야 됐지. 원래
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones. These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
I can't get a read on these bandits. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
the situation.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Column 3, column 2's hit! Status report.
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
Hell, caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
Skeleton 2 lost. Skeleton Squadron is down. There are too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they knew this earlier, all of us would have survived the threat.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Attack missed. He's mine. He's not getting away.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
That boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Tired.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show 'em any mercy.
Mage 2, you're targeted!
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
He's mine. He's not getting away. My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leaving Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandage. This is 30.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off the grid.
Launching UAV. Mage 2, UAV down.
Yowza.
Mage 2, shut down abandoned. An ally's hit. Golem and Mage, move in to provide support.
Let's move. They're ours.
Fox 2, Fox 2!
Don't think, focus.
Fox 2. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
More great aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2, you're icing up. Mage 2, UAV launched.
Now, Trigger, can you help him? Get your asses out. Fox 2. In gun range.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. We get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Still have their hot shots? Just might make it out. Don't worry about it, just have faith. Call him a name, we know you were dead. How can I retreat with 3 still on my tail?
Distract the bandit. Buy your friend some time.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
That was the right decision at the time.
No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
아무것도 안 보여.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, bank right. 1,500 to runway. Mage 2, lower nose, you're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Nicely done, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
내가 봤을 땐 이거 내가 엄청 빠르게 잡혔으면은
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged.
착각일 수도 있지만
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
내가 저기를 수납되지 않고 정확하게 서로 빠르게 했으면은 어차피 여자는 살 수 있을지도 모르겠다. 어쨌든 오늘의 에이스 컴뱃은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a nice morning, day.